What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I have been working on this SRT 4-off camera for the last couple of days now. I've just been trying to button it up because I took too many days off. But today I want to make some progress on the wagon. The last video, I believe, we made the dump tube and we kind of buttoned up the heater core system. So I did mention that I wanted to pull the engine out of the car because I'm going to be making a lot of changes in the engine bay, and also while the engine is out, I want to clean it up as well too, but mainly because my clutch is making a weird noise when it's releasing off in gear, and I want to make sure that my clutch setup is in good working order. And I kind of have a hunch, because all these years I've been running no clutch stopper, and I might be applying too much pressure into the clutch, and I'm a little worried that maybe one of the disc on the twin disc is kind of warping into the flywheel. So just to make life a little bit easier, instead of hanging over the edge trying to pick up the transmission in and out of the engine bay with it in the car, I'd rather just pull the entire shebang out and just make inspecting the bell housing much easier. So I'm probably gonna throw you guys on a time lapse and get going on pulling this engine out of the wagon. So we have the engine taken out. It's in the garage here, where I'm going to take off the transmission and look at the clutch, but I got everything all cleaned up. All my traction bar, intercooler, bumper all put away, and the engine bay is, I mean, it's not looking empty because still a lot of things in here, but it is empty once again. This car ran perfectly fine. It's just the clutch was kind of too aggressive from what I've experienced, and I need to address what's going on with it. So I decided to just take everything out just to make it easier to work with the brake stuff, because the brake master delete is going to be coming off. We're going to be doing a DX booster with the EX1516 master, which is what I have in this car with the CRV big brake upgrade, follow conversion. And I measured from the firewall to the end here, it's 9.5 inches to the end of the master. And I did actually take a measurement, just a rough estimate, and from here, 9.5, it puts the end of the brake master literally right in front of the VTEC solenoid. So I'm crossing fingers that's going to fit when the engine goes back in, because we're going to do all this stuff here, and once we get the bay all nice and cleaned up, brake booster, master all put back in, then the engine will go back in once we sort out whatever's going on with the clutch and get the engine all prettied up. Going to be changing a lot of stuff as far as like fuel pressure regulators, some fittings. I've had this thing right here, this fuel filter from Downstar since 2013, and that thing has never been open, never been clean, and is always sat down there. So I might take the time to either change that out, reroute fuel lines, I don't know, maybe even put a new one in there. I'm not sure yet, but definitely going to give some loving to the bay here before the engine goes back in. What the hell happened to my goddamn pilot bushing? That thing is destroyed, boy. What the hell? The flywheel looks brand new. Barely any heat on it. First disc looks freaking awesome. Mind you, this clutch probably has no more than 1,200 miles. I've only driven this a handful of times to car meets out here, and I drove it once to LA. Look at this, like brand new. The splines look okay. I mean, a little silverish, but it's not like sheared or anything like that. That's first disc. First friction. Not that many heat on it. Again, it's like literally brand new. Second disc. Splines look good. This looks good. Literally, the puck looks brand new. And then the pressure plate itself looks freaking normal. Again, not a lot of heat in it. The fingers. Oh, there's another friction in here. There's a little rust right here, probably because I dripped water through on top of the transmission or something. I don't know, but the first friction disc looks good. The pressure plate itself, no scoring, no marks, no bends, no crack that I can see. Everything looks good on this side as well too. So not entirely sure what's going on with why my car bites so hard with the clutch, because it has never done it with any clutch before the twin disc. It didn't even do it on the Exetti twin disc either, because I had the Exetti on here before the action, and maybe it's my clutch setup. Maybe the clutch is doing something weird. Maybe there's too much pressure that needs to be applied here that the stock master is not holding up to. I don't know, and it's bleeding fluid through on the depress, which is why it's starting to grab right away every time I would let off in first gear. So I'm still deciding if I wanted to buy the ED conversion, hydro conversion for right-hand drive specifically. It's like under 500 bucks coming from Australia, I believe. I might do that just to have a good working, properly working hydro conversion. So all right, well, this is good news, because I don't have to send it out get fixed or whatever the case may be if it was something with my clutch. So that's good to know that this is in working order. All right, so what I need to do is I need to write down a list of things that I need to buy so we can have it on the way for when we start working on the wagon a little bit more. It's probably gonna be a little while before the engine goes back in because there's a lot of little small stuff that I want to do and make changes in the car. So we're gonna slowly chip away at that. All I wanted to do in today's video was pop the engine out of the car and assess the clutch situation, and it turns out the clutch stuff actually looks perfectly fine aside from the pilot bushing. You see that thing? This was actually brand new when it went in because the action clutch comes with a brand new pilot bushing. So I'm not entirely sure what I did here, but it's not supposed to look like that. It's actually supposed to look like this. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and order a new one and have that on the way as well too. The throw-up bearing that's on the transmission right now, super smooth. It moves flawlessly, and I don't think that's an issue at all. I mentioned this already, but what I'm actually gonna be doing moving forward from today's video is I'm gonna be working on my brother's wagon. The blue one's out of commission. Well, technically it runs, but it just leaks a lot of oil because I assembled that engine like 10+ years ago, so it kind of needs a little overhauling with the engine itself and suspension. We're going to do that. And just recently my brother's brown wagon just took a dump as well too. It got towed home the other day. He said something was weird about the clutch, it wouldn't go into gear or whatever the case. So after I finish the blue wagon, I'll be bringing the brown one up to pull the transmission out to kind of assess that whole entire situation. But other than that, I mean, the sedan has that transmission whining noise. I'm not in a rush to like get this car to the dyno anymore because Race Wars just passed this weekend. You guys probably are wondering why there's no Race Wars content between this and the last video. That's because I didn't even make it to Race Wars. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but after the transmission was installed back into the sedan, I kind of fell into like some health issues and stuff, and that entire week leading up to Week Fest, I was way out of it. I was like freaking gonzo, no energy whatsoever, couldn't feel my body and things like that. And obviously now a couple of videos to this point, I've mentioned that I've been trying to take care of myself. I've took like almost 2 weeks off, and I'm really not in a rush to get the sedan going anymore because Race Wars is now over with, and $200 down the drain. I paid a month ago, but you know what? It is what it is. At least I secured my ticket in case I was gonna make it. But no Race Wars content, and just back here to the garage, man. And honestly, I'm just looking at the future of when this car is done, when the wagon, when everything else is done. I'm definitely gonna want to do some more racing, more Mexico, more ride-alongs. I'm gonna do some ride-alongs. I want to do a lot of driving with my cars because it has been repetitive for a little while now. You guys know, if you subscribe for a very long time, that it's always just been building and building and building, and when there is an event, we do try to attend it, but everything is just so far from us, especially because track is being closed worldwide right now. And it kind of sucks because the only track we have out here is Sonoma, which once in a blue moon something happens over there. But I want to do more driving when my cars are all said and done. So at this point, there is no more rushing. I think the rushing led to my stress last couple weeks. So really just trying to take it easy. But I am hoping to be back in the garage here soon at full force to get all these cars tip top once again. And you know, hopefully you guys stick around for some progress updates on the 3 wagon and the sedan, because honestly, aside from the transmission, it's ready for a dyno tune. But anyways, going to wrap it up for this video. As mentioned, all I wanted to do was take the engine out. We did just that. We assessed the clutch, and now we know what steps we need to take. If you guys enjoyed this video a little bit, be sure to leave a thumbs up. And if you guys want to stick around for more shenanigans on the driveway, 3 wagons and 1 sedan, maybe some other stuff, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.